The year is 1927. The Ford Motoring Company made a huge success with their Model T. With over 15 million examples sold during the 19 years of production, the time for a successor finally came. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first episode of Carticle, a YouTube channel where we will talk about cars, old-timers and newcomers, their history and their future. Today, as mentioned before, we have a very special example, one of the very first mass-produced cars in history, and that is the Ford Model A. After the Model T paved the way for the Ford company on the world stage, a great need for a successor occurred, and in the same last year of Model T production, retooling for the Model A began. First example was produced by the end of October 1927 and finally publicly introduced in the beginning of December that same year. Being a completely new car and not carrying any parts from previous model, it came with 3.3-liter inline-4 engine instead of previous 2.9-liter, making just north of 40 horses instead of outgoing 20. The Model A was capable of going 65 miles per hour or around 105 kilometers per hour. Not to mention that those 20 additional horses left room for cabin upgrades, so this car had even greater range of body styles offered to customers, such as 4-doors, sedans, station wagons, and even a form of a truck. Perhaps the most interesting fact about this vehicle is that the Soviet company GAZ made a licensed version of it between 1932 and 1936. The Model A was used as the base for two armored vehicles, which were later used as the Soviet scout vehicles in the early stages of World War II. The Model A was also the first car to come with the safety glass in the windshield, meaning the glass would held together when shattered or damaged, and it was a unique safety feature back in those days. The gas tank was moved from previously under the driver's seat to in between the engine's compartment's firewall and the dash panel. Here on video, we can see the cap of fuel tank in front of the windshield. Fun fact is that the rearview mirror was actually an optional on this model. Continuing the legacy of previous model, the Model A was also produced worldwide, including Argentina, Japan, Germany, Italy, and more. The car was a huge sensation. It is estimated that in the first week of introduction, around 10 million people viewed the car. It is said that many cities needed to acquire police to help direct traffic around folks waiting in line to see the new Ford. By the end of production, more than 4.8 million were sold worldwide, and it continued a huge success for the Ford Motoring Company. Today, the Model A still brings joy to car enthusiasts, but in a slightly different form, mostly as a type of hot rods or well-preserved units such as this one. That will be all for this episode. If you liked the video, please do subscribe, share it with fellow enthusiasts, and leave us a comment if you have anything to add about this beautiful car. Until next time, cheers!
The Carticle. We speak car.